Let us see this problem. Let us analyze this problem. So in this problem we are having 4 resistors, 10 ohms, 30 ohms, 20 ohms, 40 ohms. You can rearrange these elements like this. By rearranging, here this is, here you can draw like this also. Just eliminate this one. So if you have observed here, 10 ohms, 20 ohms are in series and 30 ohms, 40 ohms are in parallel. So it means that here they are connected to voltage source 10 volts. This is your 10 volts voltage source. To this 10 volts voltage source, we are having two branches which are parallel. So if the branches are in parallel, the current is divided, voltage becomes same. For example, let us take the parallel concept. If the voltage is, this is a source voltage. If I have a branch like this, if I have one more branch, if this is R1 and this is R2, what will be the voltage across this R1? What will be the voltage across this R1? That is V. And what will be the voltage across this R2? That is V. And if this is a current I, here the current is divided into I1 and I2. It means that if the branches are in parallel to source, the current is divided in the respective branches and the voltage remains same. So here parallel, we have to use a parallel concept. And one more thing, instead of having a single resistor, we have two resistors. This total voltage, so if I have a single resistor, the voltage drop across this resistor becomes, across this branch becomes V. If I have one more resistor, then the total voltage drop across this branch becomes V. If I have one more resistor, the total voltage drop across this branch becomes V. If I have one more resistor here, the total resistance across this branch becomes V. So the voltage is divided among the number of elements. So how it is divided? How to find how the voltages get divided? For that we have to use voltage division rule concept. So let us see that voltage division rule concept. Let us take two resistors. Already we have seen this voltage division rule concept. Let us take two resistors which are connected to one voltage source, that is V, and let us take this is your R1 and this is your R2 and the current flowing is I. Voltage drop across this R1 is V1, voltage drop across this R2 is V2. Then how to find V1? The V1 becomes, according to the voltage division rule concept, the source voltage into respective resistance by total resistance. Similarly, V2 is equal to source voltage into respective resistance by total resistance. So for solving this problem, we are going to use parallel concept and voltage division rule concept. So if I apply a KVL in this circuit, source voltage equal to sum of the drop voltages, that is V equal to V1 plus V2. It means that here you are having one voltage drop, that is V 10, and here you are having V20, and here V30, this is your V40. So V10 is nothing but voltage drop across your 10 ohms, V20 is nothing but voltage drop across your 20 ohms, and V30 is nothing but voltage drop across your 30 ohms, V40 is nothing but voltage drop across your 40 ohms. So if I add this V10 plus V40, if I add V10 plus V20, which becomes your 10 volts, and similarly V30 plus V40, which is equal to 10 volts, because the source voltage is, these two branches are in parallel to your 10 volts. So whatever the source voltage, the same source voltage appears across these two branches. So V10 plus V20 equal to 10 volts, V30 plus V40 equal to 10 volts. So from this what we can write, here we can write V20 is equal to 10 minus V10, and V40 is equal to 10 minus V30. It means that if you know V10, it is possible, it is very easy to find V20, or if you know V20, it is possible to find V10. Similarly, if you know V30, it is possible to find V40. If you know V40, it is possible to find your V30. So let us find this V10 and V20, V30. So here the voltage is, here the 10 volts. So here 10 volt voltage source appears across this branch and across this branch. Across this branch you are having 10 volts, and across this branch also you are having 10 volts. This across this total branch, across this total branch. So if I want to find V10 is equal to source voltage, that is 10 into the respective resistance is 10 by total resistance is 10 plus 20. Here this 10 volts is divided among this 10 comma 20. So 10 plus 20, 10 plus 20, so which makes is 10 into 10 by 30, so which is equal to 10 by 3, 10 by 3 volts. Similarly, V20, voltage division rule we are applying, source voltage into respective resistance 20 by 10 plus 20, so which becomes 10 into 20 by 30, so just cancel these two, then 20 by 3, 20 by 3 volts. Similarly, apply voltage division rule to this branch. V30 is equal to V30 equal to 10 into 30 by 10 plus 30 plus 40, which is equal to 10 into 30 by 70. This one get cancelled. Here you will get 30 by 7 volts. Similarly, voltage across your 40 ohms, 10 into respective resistance 40 by 30 plus 40, which becomes 10 into 40 by 70, so which gives a value of 40 by 7 volts. So here we got V10, V20, V30, V40. So initially we have considered V10 plus V20 is equal to 10. Let us verify V10 plus V20 is equal to 10. Here we have V10 is equal to 10 by 3. You substitute here 10 by 3 plus 20 by 3, which is equal to 30 by 3, which gives you 10 volts. Similarly, V30 plus V40 is equal to 10 volts. What is V30? 30 by 7. Just substitute over here. 30 by 7 plus 40 by 7, which is equal to 70 by 7. So which is equal to 10 volts. This 10 volts is nothing but voltage across this total branch. This 10 volt is nothing but voltage across this branch. These two are in parallel, so you are having same voltage drop. So, and also we have considered that if I know V10 plus V20 is equal to 10, if I want to find V20, is it possible to find from V10? Let us verify. So 10 minus, what is V10? 10 by 3. Just substitute over it. 30 minus 10 by 3, which is equal to 20 by 3. So whether this V20 equal to 20 by 3? Yes, we got 20 by 3 directly. By voltage division also we got 20 by 3. With this also, just we are analyzing. Similarly V30 plus V40 is equal to 10 volts. From this, is it possible to find V40? Yes. 10 minus 30 by 7, which is equal to 70 minus 30 by 7. 70 minus 30 by 7, which is equal to 40 by 7. Just verify. V40 is equal to, same we got. So in the exam, they may ask you, find the voltage between points. They will give some points. For example, if they have given 1 point here, 1 point here, if they have given this is the A and this is B, if they have asked you to find the voltage across these 2 points, it means that this is A, you can draw outside also, this is a point A and this is point B. This is A and point B. This VA, what is VA? So before proceeding to the VA, V10 is nothing but, can I consider V10 is nothing but voltage drop across your 10 ohms. Can I consider 10 minus VA? Can I consider V10 is equal to 10 minus VA? What is V10? So from this we can write VA is nothing but V10 minus V10. But what is V10? Voltage drop across this one. We got 10 minus 10 by 3. So 10 minus 10 by 3 is nothing but 30 minus 10 by 3, which is equal to 20 by 3. Here we got VA equal to 20 by 3. Similarly, 30 volts. For 30 volts, at upper side you are having 10 volts, at lower side you are having VB. So at this point you are having VB, at this point you are having VA. This is a point. At this point we are considering the voltage is VA, this is VB.
So here you can write V30 is equal to 10 minus VB, that is higher potential minus lower potential, 10 minus VB. From this, VB is equal to 10 minus V30. But what is V30? 30 by 7. From this you can write 70 minus 30 by 7, which is equal to 40 by 7. Here we got VB equal to 40 by 7, VA equal to 20 by 3. So whether these two are equal to your V20, this 20 by 3 is equal to your V20. So we can consider VA is nothing but voltage at this point with respect to ground. But this VA is at upper side of your 20 volts, and this point is connected to your negative potential, that is of lower potential. So for 20 volts,
what is the higher potential? What is the higher potential point? VA. So the voltage drop across this 20 ohms becomes VA minus 0, VA minus lower potential. Similarly, for 40 volts, what is the higher potential value? Because the current flows from like this. So the higher potential is VB and lower potential is, that is negative, that is of low ground. So you can consider VB minus 0, that is VB. So from these observations we can consider V20 is nothing but your VA and V40 is nothing but your VB.
If in the exam, if the problem, if they have asked you to find what is VAB, if they have asked you to find what is VAB, that is nothing but we can consider which is equal to VA minus VB. But what is VA? That is equal to V20. But what is V20? 20 by 3. So you can write here 20 by 3 minus VB is 40 by 7. So from this 140 minus 120 by 21. Here you can write 20 by 21 volts. So VAB is nothing but VA minus VB. VA is nothing but voltage drop across your 20 ohms. VB is nothing but voltage drop across your 40 ohms. Like this we have to solve the problem. Thank you.